We don't have enough land and water to support the agricultural needs of every person on this planet. It's true, according to the Science and Technology Options Assessment Service of the European Parliament, the current global population requires 2.7 hectares, or just less than 7 acres, of land and water per person to sustain our current consumption rates. Unfortunately, the Earth only has about 2.1 hectares, or 5.2 acres, available per person based on 2013 global population estimates. Furthermore, according to Dixon Despommier, author and renowned professor of microbiology and public health at Columbia University, if we took all the land globally our farms use, it would amount to an agricultural footprint that is more than the total area of South America. This figure only reflects crops and fisheries and doesn't include grazing lands. So where does that leave us? Is our future doomed? Our plight completely hopeless? Well, certainly not. We will do what we've done since the Industrial Revolution. We'll build up. The time has come to put an end to horizontal farming and to start thinking vertically. Advances in hydroponics and other methods of plant growth now allow us to supply food locally for whole urban centers without ever having to plow a field. Take, for example, Epcot at the Florida-based Walt Disney World Resort. Epcot's Living with the Land attraction highlights techniques from hydroponics and aeroponics to aquaculture. This attraction is an interesting and educational way to look at food we consume, but also supplies fresh vegetables and fish to many of the restaurants around the park. It's very likely that the salad you bought in the Canadian pavilion or the fish that you're enjoying in the Norwegian pavilion came from the gardens of the Land Pavilion. Epcot's The Land is only a single-story indoor farm and is still able to supply fresh fruit, vegetables, and fish to tens of thousands of theme park guests on a daily basis. Can you imagine how many people could be served with multiple floors abounding with fresh fruits and vegetables? And how much money would it save when you remove the cost of transporting these goods across the globe? A Michigan-based company, Green Spirits Farms, is answering that question with 2 of their vertical farming locations. Packaged produce can be purchased in 7 local markets, as well as the New Buffalo Farm Harvest Market, and eaten in over 14 restaurants throughout western Michigan and the Detroit suburbs. This packaged produce tends to be cheaper than its supermarket counterparts. 8 ounces of kale, for example, costs about $5 when purchased from the New Buffalo Farm Harvest Market. Meanwhile, the Midwest grocery behemoth Meijer offers organic kale for $1.99 each. With the average leaf of kale being about 2 ounces, this means that the Meijer price is almost $3 more expensive than its vertically farmed cousin. These types of farms are growing, but they aren't currently accessible to many people. Which begs the question, what can you do? How can you get involved in this farming revolution? You don't have to wait for the large venture capitalists to invest in local vertical farming. The best way you can affect a cultural shift toward vertical farming is to be doing it yourself. Pinterest is an amazing resource for DIY vertical gardens and hydroponics, many of which fit on your apartment balconies. These schematics also repurpose materials such as wooden pallets and empty soda bottles that can be acquired at little or no cost. By building your own vertical garden, you will save money, eat healthier, and have a great conversation starter with friends and neighbors. Hopefully, you will even inspire them to build their own. You can transform your entire building into one vertical garden. So, log into Pinterest and determine which vertical garden is right for you. Then visit your local hardware store and garden center today. With these steps, you can begin to change the way we think about agriculture, and your seemingly small act will ensure that the resources of this beautiful planet will be around for our children and our children's children.